Hi, welcome. It's Annabelle of She Crafts Love. I'm here with another knitting diary podcast for April. The last time I uploaded was early March, and now April is nearly over. Today is Wednesday, April 29th. Lots of updates because it's been nearly 2 months, but I wanted to get a video out before the month was over, just so I could keep up with my goal of one video per month. A goal I made for myself. The format of this video, we're just gonna do FOs, whips, maybe some plans, and then acquisitions. I feel like I'm gonna be very chatty because there's just so much to talk about, but at the same time, my thoughts are so disorganized, so I don't know if I'll get to everything. I don't know if I'll have to film B-roll or... Okay. Let's get started. April was busy, knit-wise, for me, and crochet, I suppose. Actually, March and April, because this will be a March slash April update. I'm not wearing any knitting thing today because it's a little warm here in Korea. Even this is a little warm, but I like the color. Let me see. Let's start with FOs. So I've just been working on mostly tests during the last 2 months and a couple of, what can I say, impulsive cast-ons. I'm trying to be good about it, but anyways, we'll get into it. My first FO was the Jasmine jacket by Nash Knits. This is the adult version. Look at it. That is so pretty. The yarn is cone yarn from Some Knit here in South Korea. I didn't love the yarn. It is 100% wool. It did meet gauge as well, but it's just very dry and I don't know. It didn't have a lot of stretch to it while I was knitting it. I don't know. I mean, it looks like there's stretch now, but I don't know, I just felt like I was knitting with the cotton. When I made my gauge swatches, it didn't look too hot, and even when I blocked it, the gauge swatches didn't block out so nicely. I mean, you can kind of see where it just shows like all my tension issues. I feel like you can literally go line by line. But I knit a size extra large. I knit to pattern, exactly to pattern. Did I say this was a test knit for Nash? But yeah, it has dramatic collar, which I'm obsessed with. The only thing is like you can see all the decreases, whereas I feel like for a darker color you can't really see all the decreases, increases. But it has this beautiful box pleat on the sleeves. Lots of just very neat details, like double knitting here, double knitting on the body hem, double knitted button bands, welts, which was really fun too. I did enjoy this quite a bit, and I always learn so many new things whenever I do a pattern test or knit a pattern from Nash, so I really enjoyed it. It's on my Instagram, of course. All of the Ravelry pages, project pages will be linked below as well if you're interested. Honestly, if you are interested in learning a few new techniques, try it. And I think it's very girly. I don't like to use those words, girly, tomboy, feminine. Honestly, it can be whatever you want. But it is a drop shoulder. It just has a really nice fit. It's a little cropped, but honestly, I have really wide hips, so I don't really knit things too long because it just sits weird on my body. So actually it hits perfectly, and it has a really nice weight to it. I thought it would, it is considered a jacket, but I thought it would fall more into the cardigan category, but it definitely is a jacket weight. It's pretty hefty. But yeah, I love her. It's a little too warm now. I did get a couple wears out before the weather turned too warm here in Korea, but I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I'll be including as much text information on the screen. I'm trying to film and edit this video in one day so I could post it up. I don't know why. I just want to get it done. I feel like I won't get it done otherwise. But yeah, the yarn colors were lemonade and cream. I'm not sure if they have a store open internationally, but I've just been really into cone yarn. So in Korea, they're really into cone yarns, and what's nice is that the cone never ends. I mean, sometimes you'll find a knot, but it's just so nice to keep knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting without having to join a new skein. On the downside, a lot of the yarns here have plastic fibers like polyester, rayon. This one didn't. This was 100% wool. I don't know that I would use it again. The website did state that it was recommended more for cable work, and I decided to ignore that and do it for a stockinette project. I feel like if you were to use a more bouncy yarn that blooms, it would turn out nicer. Not that I hate this, I just wish I knit it in a different yarn because this was a lot of knitting. The bottom band at one point had over 500 stitches here, and then to do Italian cast off, you know, for the seamlessness, and then the collar itself was a journey of its own with a lot of knitting. But I do really want a more wearable version, like maybe like a cream or like a oatmeal beige with a dark collar and dark details. My buttons are from Rare Made, which is a button store here in Korea. I mean, this is obviously like very my style, but I also want a more wearable one. I mean, obviously this is very wearable for me because all I have in my closet are white dresses apparently. But yeah, I was debating between like a jean jacket looking style too when I was picking my yarn colors, like a jean blue with brown for the collar, but I ultimately decided not to because that's a lot of knitting on a dark color, and I wasn't confident that I would want to get through it if it was such a neutral color. I don't want to say boring, a neutral color or a color that didn't spark my interest. So my yellow is just like it. I mean, I love it. I love yellow. I don't have a yellow project on my needles right now, and it's honestly something I need to start. I need to look for a nice yellow yarn and a nice project to go with it. But yeah, that's the Jasmine Jacket Adult. Highly recommend. There's also, I think, a mini version or a junior. Nash always does adult and then mini version, so if you're looking for like matchy with the mini, you and your snuffy baby little bestie that you have, highly recommend. I love her patterns. They're very detailed. She always links very helpful videos too. I have test knitted for her. This is the first adult garment I've test knitted for her, but I've done 2 other baby test knits, which I loved. The next FO, we had 3 in the last 2 months. 2 garments and an accessory. The next one is this Westport Pullover, which is beautiful. My goodness. This is by MJ of LYS Knitwear, and this is also a test knit. I knit a size 5. I think she has 9 sizes of this. I used, what did I use? I never remember the name of it. The brand, I always want to say something else. Derurum Natura Gilead in Cell, and Bushes Le Petite Silk and Mohair. I don't know how to say. Somebody please help me pronounce Bush. I use those together to meet gauge. MJ only used 1 yarn. I think she used Kelborn and Woolens Erin, E-R-I-N. And I always like to try to use the original yarn, especially if I'm testing, but it was just too expensive to get shipped here in Korea, and none of the yarn stores here that I am aware of stock it yet. Please, somebody in Korea bring in Kilburn woolens because I really want to try their yarn. But this is a beautiful all over cable pullover. I wanted it oversized. I think the finished circumference is 140 centimeters, and I fluctuate between 115 and 120, so take that as you will and calculate the amount of positive ease that it gives me on any given day. But yeah, I love it. It has a really nice weight to it. It was worked on 5 and 4 millimeter needles. It has a double folded collar. It's a drop shoulder. I love this. The yarn combo. It's my first time working with both the yarns, and they're a match made in heaven. It bloomed beautifully. Absolutely beautifully. Look at the stitch definition. These cables are so well balanced, not too monotonous, not too complex. It was very easy to remember the pattern chart, or yeah, to memorize it. I just love it so much. I have nothing else to say. I highly recommend it. I think it would be a great... MJ doesn't really hold your hand, but she doesn't also throw you out to the wolves in her patterns. I feel like if you did like one cable, honestly, even if you're a beginner cable knitter, you could do this. You can do this. Yeah. I love how she also doesn't just like have it. I mean, it looks like a llama stitch, but I feel like all the sweaters had a look. Anyways, she like makes different pattern PDFs for her different sizes, because you know the smaller sizes won't have this chunk of cable and will just have moss. So she really pays attention, and I love that there was more cable work into the larger sizes. This is the sleeve. These are the cables that were included on the sleeve, which is very nice to work, and I just love this so much, and my husband does too. I thought I mean, it's a little short on him. He's 76 centimeters. I'm 165 centimeters with, I feel like I have a longer torso. No, I don't know what proportion your torso should be, but to me, my torso feels long. But he likes it. He already calls it his sweater. I would really love to knit one in the original Kilburn woolen Erin. Kilburn. But yeah, I did like this combo. If you're looking for if you like to hold mohair with your main yarn, I would recommend this combo for this sweater if you're looking to knit it. And they both have you know, the bush I hate saying because I don't know if I'm saying it right. Bushes and bushes and Durham Natura. They both have beautiful colors in their yarn. It was also almost an exact match, I feel like. And honestly, the yarn is so pretty. It has all of these different flecks of dark and light blues. And look at how much the color changes. Like, it was so hard to photograph this color. I feel like I always knit in colors that are difficult to photograph, but I love it all the same. This is also, I feel like these pastel colors are really my palette. I can't wait for winter again to come again so I can wear this. I do want to knit another one. Okay, the last FO for the last 2 months is this Isla Shawl, which is more like a scarf by also Bushes and Bushes. I'm gonna have to learn how to say that. And the reason why I got this, well, I did this, and this was also an impulse. I just needed a project, a small project away from these big garments. I have never been a super prolific or quick garment knitter. I feel like usually a quick time frame for me is a month to put out a adult garment, and technically I did spend a month each if I allocate my time, because it's been the last 2 months. I finished 2 adult garments and this little scarf. So anyways, I used their Le Petit Landswool, which is also the first time I've used this, and they have such beautiful colors. This is white, summer blue, and dark brown, I believe. All the information is on my Ravelry. Again, do I really need to say that? You know, it'll be down there. I do a pretty good job of updating my Ravelry because I don't keep like a physical journal or anything, so Ravelry's my journal. But yeah, as you can see, it consumed barely any yarn. They do have a version that they knit up that is like this, but I think the blue and the brown were inverted. Like they used the brown where I used the blue, and they used the blue where I used the brown, and then the white is where, or I can't remember. But I just knitted to pattern, but I did just knit in, or I did a knitted cast off. I forgot which cast off they recommended. I think they recommended like a stretchy type of cast off, but this was so fun and such a cute little accessory. I'm not a huge accessory girly, but I'm trying to be, because look at how cute it is just to, you know, throw on. Yarn is actually quite delicate. I don't know what the weight is. I got these from my local yarn store, Knitheim. It's rustic. It is delicate though. I don't know if you guys were here. I mean, I wasn't on YouTube then, but I did voice my opinion on Instagram about Newton by Honor O'Share. I went through a phase where I was buying it, but I realized soon after that I can't knit with it. It just kept breaking in my hands. I feel like I'm not even that tight of a knitter. And I tried holding it with a mohair. I tried going back to English knitting, and I don't know, it just wasn't working out for me, so I sold it all. But this is like almost there, but not quite. I do have to be more gentle when I'm working with this. And if you look closely, like I'm not an aggressive blocker, but I had to block this quite aggressively, so I feel like these stitches are hanging on for dear life. I don't know if it'll focus, but but I'll repair it if it comes to that. But it's just a cute little accessory. Let me tie it properly. I would work with this yarn again. It has a nice sticky texture, which is perfect for color work. I do know that people would use it a lot for color work, but yeah, it's just very loosely spun. But I love their color range. I feel like the colors are very me. I have another color to show you in my acquisitions. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out what to do with the leftover yarn. I don't know if I have enough to crochet my baby he's not even a baby, my toddler. Technically he's a toddler. A vest. I saw Megan Faith makes on Instagram. She used the leftovers. She didn't use the same yarn for her Isla Shawl, but she used the leftovers to knit her soon to come out baby a little vest, but she did hold it double. I don't know if I'll have enough yarn to make a larger size, and I really don't want to buy any more yarn. I've been horrible about buying yarn. I need to go on a yarn ban. But yeah, or I want to try and make my own scarf, like a colorwork scarf, but then that would require me to knit colorwork back and forth, which I've never done before. I've barely worked colorwork in the round. I don't know, we'll see. I have so many ideas. I do like it. It blocked out beautifully. But yeah, I highly recommend it. It's just so pretty and was such an interesting stitch. I thought I was doing it wrong, but I wasn't. Isn't it so pretty? Yeah, I would love to try more of their colors and make a colorwork sweater with this yarn. Okay, on to whips. Let me see. I'll start with my older two whips. So I have 2, 3, 4. I have so many whips. These are my active whips. I think last time I talked about, maybe I'll probably had talked about a couple of older or different whips, but these are my current whips since that video as of currently. So this is the DAMAS top by Vert Knit. Inez of Vert Knit. How cute it is. And let me show you. Okay, so this is a crochet summer top. This is just the front panel here. I only have one done. I'm currently working on the back panel squares, and then I have the right panel, and then she has this do knit finishing, and then it has a really cute button fastening in the front. And you can wear it back in, you can wear it reverse, like with the buttons in the back, which I feel like she does with a lot of her garments, which I love. I will put a photo here of what her version looks like, and it's so beautiful. She is so genius. And I have to talk about, so actually these next two designers are both engineers, and it's very apparent in their pattern writing, and it's so funny. It's great. I mean, the way that they like structure and organize their patterns is so interesting, and it's very obvious that they're engineers, to me at least. Not in a bad way, it's in a great way. But I mean, look at it. Like, so this is using Knitting for Olive pure silk, which Inez also used in her original sample. It's a little cropped, like here's my belly button, so it is a cropped summer top. I'm using cream and dusty artichoke. Here are my active skeins. These are from, so I had dusty artichoke in stash, and I had one ball left of the cream, so I had to order more, also from my local yarn store Knitheim. I'm like their #1 fan. I love Knitheim. I'm either there every week or ordering from them every week. But yeah, so when I ordered the cream, my skeins, obviously I bought them years ago while I was still living in the States, and I dragged them across the ocean with me over here. But they're very different lots, of course, because yeah, Knitting for Olive, and I can't imagine that they keep the same lots very long. The new lot that I got was quite different from the old one. I don't know if you can see. So, okay, well, I don't know. Okay, let me first explain. So, the top is made up of granny squares that you make. There's like, you know, the different types of granny squares, the half, the quarter, the whole, and you just make a bunch. She has a beautiful diagram chart of every single size. Very engineer of her. And you make every single square, you seam all the ends, you block every single square like this. Can you see the difference between the lots? So this one is from the old lot and this is from the new lot, and it's just bouncier, has more sheen, it's smoother. And then it's also true of the dusty artichoke, which I also purchased at the same time I purchased this old cream. But the new silk that I have, it just feels drier, a little thinner. I sized down my hook just a little bit, a half, like 0.5 millimeters, because it was just so gapey. I don't know, like you can I like made a mental note to mix up all the squares in my garments so that it wouldn't be so obvious. I don't know, is it obvious on camera? It is to me because I know, but when I was doing the left front panel, I forgot that I was supposed to mix up all the creams. So I just used this from the original old cream that I had in stash. And then the back and the front the last front panel will be completely from the new cream, because I don't know, I just don't want to keep any squares that are not for this panel. Does that make sense? Like in my head, like some people are doing different methods of keeping track of their squares. Some people just make squares until they have a bunch accumulated, but I am going through on the chart and crossing off every single granny square I make, so I know that I've made that square for this piece. So I don't want to work multiple panels at the same time because I feel like I'll just be overwhelmed. But yeah, I mean, I hope it's not too obvious. I mean, it's most obvious to ourselves, you know. No one's gonna come up and be like, Those are different lots. I can tell. And even if they do notice, what's it to them? But I love it. This has been such a journey. I had actually, I don't know, like, I guess I don't really crochet a ton of garments. I mean, crocheting is what helps me become a better knitter, but I don't do a ton of crocheting anymore because it's really hard on my wrists. But the first time I put this first front panel together, first of all, I made the squares just slightly wrong. And then I put them together wrong, and it was just so tight. I mean, it looked nice, but it was just so tight, and I was like, wait, I completely missed 2 steps while seaming. But here's the back side. Isn't it so neat and beautiful? It's almost as beautiful as the front side. It's a whole look, right? Some of the other testers are sewing their squares together, but Inez has us crochet the squares together in the pattern. But yeah, anyways, so I had to undo the whole thing and re-seam, but honestly, I quite enjoyed it. I think my favorite part of the process is putting my squares together. It's just so satisfying. But I just try to do a few squares a day. Sometimes I'll just max out my wrist, which could be anywhere from 10 to 15 squares a day, and then sometimes I only get like 2 or 3. But the testing group is so fun. There's so many fun testers from around the world, and everyone's using such fun yarns and colors. It's just been a really great experience so far, and I really love testing for Inez. The pattern should be coming out this summer. Follow her for more details, because her pattern writing is just beautiful. Even just the pattern layout itself is just beautiful. And I've never knit one of her garments. I've just admired from afar, because her garments are so beautiful, but they are worked on such tiny needles. You know, her attention to detail is insane, like genuinely insane. But I've been converted. Honestly, if you want a beautiful, timeless, long-lasting garment with a great fit, she's very size inclusive, you do one of her patterns. I love her cardi jumper. I've admired her for years. Her cardi jumper I really want to make. I love cardigans. I just don't love knitting back and forth, but I feel like this year I have started to change my mind about knitting back and forth. Her mochi slipover, just beautiful, and her color choices are just chef's kiss. But yeah, I just wanted to show you. I keep all of my squares in this little box here. I literally crocheted this before I started filming, so I could show you what I literally start with. This is how I finish mine, and then I sew it in through the back, trim it, block it, and then I have the cutest little stack of these beautiful garden squares. I don't know, it's just so satisfying. I had to crochet this because yesterday I blocked the rest of my squares. I have 2 blocking boards. I actually do not use pins and blocking boards when I block my garments and knits in general, but I had to get some for this just because, you know, you need it. Like, you need to pin every single one to size. Yeah, here's the little corners. Oh, I love it. I can't wait to finish it and get to wear it. I do have buttons, very tiny buttons, but they're in Minnesota, and my sister needs to send them to me. Please send them. I mean, I'm not anywhere near finished, but almost. I have about 3/4 of the back panel done. I want to finish the squares this week so I can seam and then start the last panel. It took me a week to do this, minus the redoing. And then, yeah, about a month or so for the back. And then I'm predicting another week for the last front panel. But oh, I love it so much. My hair is falling apart. I don't really wear my hair up, but lately it has just been completely unmanageable. It's at that awkward length where it's just, I can't do anything with it. And I'm trying not to put too much heat on it because I don't want my hair to be damaged. I do have a haircut tomorrow, but I'm not going to do anything drastic, just a little maintenance. More whips. Okay, next I have my other test knit. This is for Unsang and Nick of Mr. Na Knits, and this is their As If Pullover. Look at that, it's so beautiful. I can't. I've been really into greens and blues, which I feel are like sisters of yellow. I mean, they're in the same family. They're all right next to each other in the rainbow. This is a raglan gingham pullover. It utilizes, I mean, two colors obviously, but so how to explain it? He's also an engineer. How do I explain it? You could either choose to do it stranded color work or just work one color at a time, but basically if you do it that way, which is the way I'm doing it and the way that Insang also does it, you just have to work each row twice. And I'm using Pura Lana by Gepard Garn. Oh my gosh, and the yarn is so kindly sponsored. Thank you to Mr. Na Knits and Gepard Garn for this great opportunity to knit with this beautiful yarn. This cream off-white and spring. It's just so beautiful. I had to go to a store here that carries Gepard Garn, and I mean, I was about to order yarn online, but I was just gonna go for like a traditional red and white gingham combo. But Insang and Nick recommended that I go look at it in color in person. Look at the colors in person at Tare shop, which is in Korea here in Gangnam. And I'm glad I did because wow, I love it. It's just so beautiful. And this is another one of those colors that's kind of difficult to photograph, but the yarn is a 50-50 alpaca and wool. It is so soft and squishy. I love the feeling of this so much. It's just beautiful. Yeah. And so this is also not stranded color work, so I cannot count this as a color work project. I mean, it is a color work project, but for me personally, I wanted to challenge myself to do more color work, but this is cheating because I'm only working one strand at a time. My cute little stoppers. I just love it so much. It just makes me so happy. I will be focusing on the DAMAS top and this As If Pullover for the next couple months, so hopefully these will be FOs in the next videos. It's just so warm and cozy. Does it look nice? But yeah, I'll post a picture here of what it looks like. But yeah, I love it. Yes, the yarn was sponsored, but the opinion is my own. I would recommend it. I would use it again. They do have really nice colors. Yeah, it does have like a little fuzz, so I don't know. I've just been like pulling away from using mohair in my projects because it's just annoying to hold two strands, and I want to use one strand of yarn. And you know, holding my it just lets out a lot of fluff. I say that, but I bought more mohair. Anyways, next test. This was I wasn't planning on signing up for this test or any more tests because I had 4 going on at the same time. Finished 2, I have 2 left, but this is a baby sweater by Sarah of Noel Knits. Look at that color. This is the Long Lines Pullover Mini, I believe. I don't know if she's mini, probably. She has an adult one too, which is also in testing, but it's so pretty. It's just like a slip stitch pattern. I'm knitting the size 3-4. Oh, for the As If Pullover, I'm knitting size 4. Yeah. Anyways, I'm using Knitting for Olive Heavy Merino, which I thought was dry and rustic until I used the petite lamb's wool, and it made this feel soft. It's not as soft as, you know, like a double Sunday from Sadness Garn, or not, of course, the Pura Lana, because that has alpaca in it, but it's soft. And I love that it's hard wearing. You know, Knitting for Olive does their wear tests on their little kiddos, and this one has very little pilling. I did use this a little bit on the one of the petite knit baby cardigans, Holger cardigan, and I love it. It's blood orange, but it just comes off as a really warm red. I just joined in the round yesterday night. But yeah, I want to knit the larger size for myself too. I think it's just a very nice basic to have, but this is a very punchy color. I have 3 and almost a full 4th because I only used it for like the ribbing on the Holger cardigan. I'm hoping it's enough, but if it's not, then I'm gonna use a different color, maybe the poppy blue for the ribbing. So I usually like to do the neckline as soon as I can, but just in case I run out of this color, then I'm going to use the poppy blue for all of the ribbing, which I think will be a fun little contrast. I feel like this is gonna block out beautifully, and I'm so excited. I love it. It's a really fun group test, a group of testers. Sarah's so kind and very responsive. But yeah, I love it. So fun. Next, I don't know, I posted this on my feed, so I feel like I have to talk about it. This is my free-handed summer top, which is Knitting for Olive, Pure Silk, and Ice Blue and Blood Orange. I don't know, I just woke up one day and wanted to make a summer top, but once I finished the ties, I kind of hated it. I don't know. The patterns, like the cup and the little body skirt, I have to add more length to this, but I just put it on hold because I wasn't in love with it. But honestly, I think it just needs a block. This is the little tie mechanism I decided to put on it. I don't know how I feel, honestly. I don't know if I want to put more time into this when I don't know if I love it. I don't know. The yarn was also purchased from Knitheim. But yeah, that was free-handed. I don't know. I really don't know. I was really excited while I was doing the blue part because I thought it would turn out nicely once I put the red ties. It looks like how I envisioned, but I'm not a designer, especially not a crochet designer. I don't even knit that many crochet that many garments. But it just doesn't fit the way I wanted it to. I don't know. It's me. Okay, next is acquisitions. I have so many acquisitions, but these are the ones that I can remember. And I just went to a knitting fair literally last weekend, so I got a bunch of stuff there too. But let me start with this lovely, what do you think it is? It's a yarn spinner from Spring Fantasy. Stop it. Isn't it so cute? I actually commented on an ad a little bit ago, and then I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. And then Spring messaged me a few weeks ago saying that she'll send me one, and look at it. It comes in this cute little pouch. It's 3D printed. I can't remember with what, but it is a biodegradable, eco-friendly material. So cute, eco-conscious, 3D printed. This has a little magnet that helps hold it. And this is the stand. You just screw it in like this. This is a portable version. It literally fits my huge cones, my small yarn skeins. I use it to double up on my pure silk because I had another whip, which is kind of active, but I didn't really want to talk about it. But I guess I can after I talk about this. This is the acquisitions. I'm so disorganized, but acquisitions. This is sponsored, but all my sponsored materials, I give my honest opinion. because I hate it when people lie about a product, especially a product made for knitters and crocheters. So this can be used by knitters and crocheters. It's portable. It is so light and smooth. It has honestly changed my life. I used to just let my yarn balls roll everywhere all around the ground, and yes, they would accumulate dust and hair in it, but I just thought that I was so nonchalant and cool about it. But now that I have this, it also has these like non-slip dots, so it like stays in its spot and it just bends. I actually bought the bigger one that has like all these cute little like storage and stuff like it, and it's also portable and has the same like detachable stick. I'll put a picture here. I can't wait for it to get here. But yeah, it's so cute and girly. I love it. I would highly recommend this. But yeah, I love it. I actually want more, but I mean, I did get another one. It's a bigger one, but I like the small ones too. It's so cute. Yeah. I forgot to talk about another whip, which I do work on casually. This is the Amy top by Mochi Knits. I'm currently working on the front panel here. I'm knitting this with my knitting group here in Korea. It's like foreigners. I mean, anyone's welcome, but it's mostly foreigners. I don't know, I forgot what the group is called, honestly, but we do get-togethers. I haven't been to one in a while, but this is the project we picked for our summer knit along, and this is pure silk held double. But yeah, I like to use that yarn holder. I just stack these little skeins on top of each other and they just spin like that. It's really nice and neat. I'm knitting a size 5 in this just because I don't know, like I said, my chest fluctuates on any given day. This is my first time working on Mochi Knits project, and her patterns are very detailed and there are a lot of details. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I don't hate it, but it's a lot. I'm just gonna take this clip out because it's obviously not wanting to stay. Well, it looks crazy. It always, what was I saying? But yeah, lots of details. I don't know why, but the pure silk, I've tried it on wooden needles, I've tried it on metal needles. I dislike the metal needles less, so I've been working this on the metal needles. It's worked on 4mm needles. Yeah, but it makes a beautiful drape, but it's just not the best feeling to work. I don't know why, but look at that drape. It's genuinely insane. I love it. I can't wait. I want to finish it quickly, but I don't know, I have other pressing commitments right now, so I just work a couple rows here and there. It's a very casual knit along. It's so fun to see, or just to have like a little group to motivate you. Next acquisitions, yarn acquisitions, the ones that I remember at least. Let me start with yarn. These two were, okay, let me start with these two. These were, actually I met up with Aro of Aro's Knits and Pearls. So, okay, a little backstory. I am an introvert and a homebody. So this year, especially like postpartum, during my pregnancy and postpartum, I hardly went out. But this year I've really been challenging myself to reach out and meet people, hang out with people, friends. I am not one to reach out first, but I'm always like down to chill. I'm always like, you message me if you're ever in South Korea, Seoul. I'm just a little south of Seoul, so if you're ever here and you want to hang out, you want to go to my local yarn store, there's a button store down the street from it, Rare Made. We had a jolly grand time. Anyways, I've just been reaching out to people, like long-standing Instagram friends. I met Nathan from Juan Knits, who I adore to bits and pieces. I met Stella from the Milk Enthusiast while she was here visiting, and then most recently I met Aro from Aro's Knits and Pearls, and you know, we've been internet friends for a while, and I just figured, you know, they're here visiting, or not Nathan. Nathan lives here, but I just wanted to reach out and see if they wanted to hang out. And there's like lots of fun knitting cafes around here too. But yeah, I got this when we went to Knitheim. I also got buttons, but I already organized them all, and I can't remember which one I got this trip. But I got Gilead in Printemps, this beautiful color. I originally wanted to get it to make a Cezanne vest. They call it a cardigan, but it's a vest because it has no sleeves. That I saw. I wanted to recreate it, but I was trying to swatch and it just wasn't giving what I wanted. So I'm gonna use it for something else, maybe the honey cardigan. This is such a beautiful green. Like I said, I've been into green and blues lately. So pretty. This will have to wait though because I have other pressing projects. And then I got Bishes and Bouches Le Petit Lamb's Wool and Le Petit Silk and Mohair in their new color Summer Dust, and it just gives summer dust. It's so pretty, and I just wanted to try this combo and like maybe a scarf or a little shawl before I commit to a full garment. It's so pretty. Look at this. Focus. Little flecks of all sorts of like greens and yellows and even like some blues, but the mohair is just much more solid versus the lamb's wool. I don't know if I want to design my own. I keep saying I want to design, but I have ideas, but I just haven't like sat down. I mean, I have been like researching patterns, designs, but I just don't know what I want to do with it. It's so pretty. I'm excited to try this combo out. I feel like it'll make a nice light scarf. But yeah, if it works out well, I want to try and knit a garment with this combo. And I love their color range. I feel like this is just so me. Like knitting for Olive and Bishes and Bouches. Very me, like very muted. Pretty. That's subjective though. But yeah, I love it. I only got one of each of these, but then I got, so the funny thing about the Gilead is that I got only 6 skeins when I was at the store, and they're like, oh, we only have 10 total. Well, first I was only gonna get 4, and then the owner or the person working that day was like, we only have 10 left of this lot. I was like, okay, give me 6. And then when I got home a couple days later, I was like, ugh, I kind of want to knit a mini cardigan for my toddler. So I ordered, like I went on the website, but they only had 2 left. So somebody snatched up 2 skeins and then they only had 2 left, so I quickly ordered it. And now I have 8 skeins. And I do like it. It's a very soft wool. I enjoy it. I think it's going to be one of my new favorites. Okay, so I got this from Linnea Pure Gant, color Natural White Melange, and I bought this because Petite Knit recently came out with her Dagmar Jacket Junior, which I've been waiting for, and I originally cast it on in the brown tweed in the Pure Gant that I have in stash, which was meant for an Ava Cardigan Junior for my son, but it was too dark, and the tweed flex, I think the combo of the tweed flex and the dark color, it just was taking too much away from the cable work design more than I wanted it to, so I bought this color. It's a sad grayish, and I just need it. Honestly, I need a little neutral in my life. I've been knitting with so much color lately. I actually cast it on and then frogged it because my tension was so tight, and I don't want it to be tight, so I don't plan on sizing up my needles or anything. I'm just gonna try and chill out. Hopefully that works. I also, this is random, but I bought this, I just always wanted this. I think it's a German tape measure. It's just so chic and cute. I love it. It is smaller than the regular tape measures. I can't find a regular one. I don't know where it went. But like, it's just cute and it's cute chain. It's really smooth. It has inches and centimeters. But yeah, that's a random acquisition. But let's get into what I got at Naboda, which I think this was their third year running, but I've never heard of it. Like, there's a huge K handmade fair a couple times a year here in Korea. I think in Busan and then at COEX in Gangnam, Seoul, which I've gone to, and it's more like a general handmade. So like, of course there's knitting but and crochet, but also like anything handmade, like sewing, felting, cooking. It's just more general. So there are a lot of knitting and crochet booths there, but this fair is solely for crocheting and knitting. And this is what I got. I went to Virginia Yarns, who is also in our little foreigner knitters group club, which whatever you have it. And she's a hand dyer here in South Korea. I've always wanted to try her yarns, but before I moved to Korea, I like got rid of my yarn Swift and winder because I just found that I wasn't really knitting with hand-dyed yarns, and I didn't imagine like see myself getting back into it. But come on, it's sparkly yarn. I really wanted to knit a ranunculus and treat myself to a really fancy yarn. This came wound, so, which is really nice of Virginia to do. This is her 2-ply sparkle lace in color Poem. It's 70% extra fine wool, 20% silk, and 5% stellina. So this is 100 grams and it has 800 meters. She like is known for like her unicorn fairy colors. That's what I want to say. She does like beautiful pastels, and this is so soft, and honestly, like, you can't even feel the glitter. But I plan to knit a ranunculus with this. She does a lot of the Korean fairs. This is just not showing up. It's not doing it justice. It is so beautiful in person. You just have to see it. It's so pretty. I feel like it'll look really nice all knit up. Next I went to Purim Studio, which is like a ceramic button store. They do have regular buttons, but these are like pins that they made, and these are the 2 that I chose. So cute, and they were so sweet. Look at these cute little heart stoppers. I can't, but I don't know, I want to like pin. They were like wearing as decorative pins on their outfits, and I thought that was so cute too. But I don't know what I want to do with it. I just wanted them. They're so cute. I already have a ton of buttons, so I didn't get a set of buttons, but maybe in the future. They are quite thick, but yeah, they're so sweet. And then next I went to Google, which is where I got this project bag, which I wanted for so long. So Google's Tools is by Nugaba Knits and Lemon Cup, and they just, so Lemon Cup, she designs like these drawings. She's an illustrator. Oh, look at the cutie. Oh, I can't. I got this project bag. This is the smaller one, but I like the design of this one the most. I wish they had it in the bigger size, but the different sizes have different designs. But it has like a little skein, a little yarn, a little sweater, and I have like a ton of their stitch markers and what have you. And Nugaba Knits does have an offline store here. It's just north of the river in Seoul, and it's quite a trip for me. So they were giving out these free stickers, which this is like a vitamin drink that you can buy here in Korea, and this is like a label, like a cute like a knitting label that you can put on it, just, you know, so you can have it cute. It's like an energy, not an energy drink, but like a booster shot drink. But yeah, I want to go buy one and put this on there so I can have a cute little knitting drink. These were free for visiting their booth. I got this little tool which has a 4mm crochet hook, and this is 4 centimeters here, so this is really cute and I wanted it. I love the color of it too, and the design on it. It's just really handy to have in your tool case. even though I always have a crochet hook and a tape measure in my tool bag. But and these are their stitch markers. These were, I forgot what they called it. These were on sale because these are like not secondhand, but I don't know. I don't know what they were saying. B type. So the stitch markers actually don't have like these lobster claws. They're just like rings, and they have different sizes. Let me show you. I only have a big one here, but yeah, usually they have like these O-rings. Look how cute this guy is. And they have smaller ones too. I don't think I have a small one in here. I think they're all in use, but they just have really cute, and they're really, really good quality stitch markers. Like, they're heavy duty. They're just a really nice quality. Like, you know how some stitch markers are so cheaply made? Or like they just fall apart. No, not these. These are sturdy. I love them. They're just so cute. And they're all illustrated by Lemon Cup. Yeah, go give them a follow on Instagram. I think Google's Tools does do international shipping, and they do a lot of international fairs. I think they just were at Knit City in Canada. They have like Tokyo and more coming up. But yeah, I think this is the end of it. Holy wow. I forgot to talk about another acquisition because I purchased it in February as a pre-order, and it just came this week, and it is this, oops, there was a notification. Let me mute that. It is Tunisian Crochet Wardrobe by Lindsay of Just the Worsted, and this is her brand new Tunisian crochet book. She lives here in Seoul, Korea. She's one of my good crafty friends, and I have not done Tunisian crochet yet, but I'm going to. I'm so excited. This book is so beautiful, and I just remember 2 years ago when she was just starting to work on this. I can't remember exactly if she was like had just gotten the deal or if she had started working on it yet, but I just know it's been a long time coming. She put so much work into this, and the patterns are so beautiful. Look at this beautiful shot of her. She's so beautiful. There you go. Hi, Lindsay. She's so sweet, and she is so detailed. She has size inclusive patterns and very modern designs. I originally wanted to hopefully start a project this week, but I don't think I should because I have too many things going on. I'm really excited. I figure, you know, Tunisian crochet, how much harder can it be? I think I might try like with a smaller accessory, like this cutie little bonnet. Maybe start with something small and then do a garment. But knowing me, I'm probably gonna just jump into something big, even though I shouldn't. But look at that cover, it's so beautiful. I can't wait to go get it autographed by her as soon as we can meet up here. And yeah, it's beautiful. I highly recommend it. I got mine off Amazon, but there are other avenues that you can purchase this, or ask your local yarn store to stock it. It's beautiful. I just love it so much. Congratulations, Lindsay. I'm so happy and proud of and for you. This is an incredible feat, and honestly so inspiring. Yeah, but yeah, I just wanted to put this in here too because this was another acquisition. It was just hanging out on my son's bookshelf, not mine, because he likes to look at it too. But yeah, that's the Tunisian Crochet Wardrobe. It has 15 projects: t-shirt, vest, cardigan, tank, sweater, bonnet, and bag. Sizes ranging from extra small to 5X. But yeah, she has been posting updates about her book. If you want to find out more, go to her Instagram, Just the Worsted. But my plans, I want to talk about my plans. Do you see this swatch? This middle green one. This is for a baggy cardigan that I want to knit so badly. I want to knit one exactly to pattern. I don't want to like lengthen the sleeves or anything. I want a short sleeve cardigan. This isn't a hand-dyed yarn. I can't remember, but when I get to it ever, if I cast it on, we'll talk about it more then. Held with mahogany mohair, pearl mohair, which is very soft. This is such a soft combo. And then of course, my other plan is to finish my languishing whips. Like this one staring at me here. This is for my sister. This was also a knit along for my little yarn group friends here. This is the, I can't remember, it's by Florence Miller, because she named the pattern after the color of yarn that she used from Knitting for Olive. This is heavy merino and soft silk mohair by Knitting for Olive, but my sister chose the color, which is very her. Can you guess why maybe I didn't finish this yet? Because it's gray. See, it's not my color. But she does want it cropped, so honestly I don't have that much more to do. I want to, yeah, get through this and then a couple more whips that I have. So people, please stop putting out new designs in test calls because I cannot help myself. As always, let me know in the comments what kind of videos you want to see, or if you have any questions. This was a long video. I never imagined in a million years that I could talk this long to a camera by myself, but I've been just, I don't want to say ingesting, watching a lot of knitting content, and they've been so inspiring. So this is what I've got this is all I got for you guys today, for you guys and gals. Yeah, let me know if you have anything you'd like for me to show you, any type of content that you'd like for me to try. I'll try to film it for you. Otherwise, I probably won't see you until maybe the end of next month or beginning of June, whenever my heart feels like filming content. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram or friend me on Ravelry. I love keeping up with your projects too. I love Ravelry. I'm on it every day. Yeah, and I update my projects pretty periodically, and I do a good job of uploading all my photos. I just pull them in from Instagram, which is why I post so much on Instagram, because it's just easier that way versus trying to upload it from my phone camera or my laptop. But yeah, thank you. Happy knitting, and yeah, see you next time. Bye.